Well, that first case is definitely one for Sherlock Holmes, if we have one here in the Philippines. Not the next People versus Power case, though. It's something else. It involves figures, amortizations for houses and lots at the Moonwalk Village that were suddenly increased by almost 300%, and this won't require the services of police detectives to figure out. Anyway, let's join Diana when she inquires into the reasons why the amortizations went up, and away, an added unreasonable burden on the homeowners, especially at these times.
Ano naman ang mararamdaman ninyo kung biglang taasan ng amortization payment ng house and lot ninyo ng about 300%? Frustration? Galit? Yan ang nararamdaman ng mga residents ng Moonwalk Village sa Las Piñas.
Yung unjustified raising of prices of house and lots dito sa Moonwalk Development Subdivision involving about more than 200 homeowners.
Sino po ba ang nagtaas ng presyo dito?
Ang nagtaas ay ang GSIS without consultation with the homeowners.
Bakit ho daw nila itinaas?
Ang sabi nila na hindi naman kami naniniwala na ang acquisition cost ng lupa nung about 200 ay mataas. But ang tinatanong namin, bakit binili nila ng napakataas? Sino ba ang kumita doon sa pagtataas ng presyo na nakalagay doon sa dasyon ng pago? Gusto namin makita yung kontrata, yung dasyon ng pago.
Gaano kataas po ba ang tinataas?
Eh, lumalabas more than 200% eh.
Nung malaman namin, yung pala, nasa dasyon ng pago na, binayad nila yung dasyon ng pago, yung without the knowledge ng homeowners, binayad nila pala sa GSIS ng developer na pamumuno ni Congressman Alberto. Kaya, yung mga tao, natakot sila dahil pinadalan sila ng yung ejection paper na if they cannot pay, they should go out from their, alis sila dyan sa bahay nila.
Karamihan ng residents ng Moonwalk ay government employees. Ang 200 residents na apektado ng problemang ito ay may 2 taon nang naninirahan dito. Lumalabas na sila pa mismo ang nag-develop sa kanilang mga bahay dahil kulang-kulang pa sa finishing touches tulad ng bathroom tiles noong i-occupy nila ito. Ayon sa GSIS, sila naman ang malulugi kung pumayag silang i-roll back ang presyo ng houses and lots.
Moonwalk applied for a mortgage loan with us, with GSIS, to develop their project. At a certain time, in the course of development of the project, Moonwalk offered all these properties that were allegedly unsold to the system to pay their outstanding obligation. The system accepted this at prices agreed upon between Moonwalk and the GSIS. After some time, it turned out later that these buyers, represented by Mr. Buralakaw, came out to us telling us that Moonwalk sold these properties to them previously. But this transaction was never accredited by GSIS because the GSIS was not aware of it at the time of those sales. The GSIS became aware after the GSIS purchased these properties already from Moonwalk to settle its obligation with GSIS through dasyon impago arrangement. If they are really amenable, they should agree to the selling prices being offered to them by GSIS. Of course, that will involve a higher amortization. We are not increasing any amortization here. There is no amortization to speak up in the first place because they have not firmed up their transactions with us.
And what if they don't agree to pay the higher amortizations?
Well, I'm very sorry to say this because, well, if they don't agree, no transaction will materialize. And if that is so, GSIS will have the option to sell it to other interested buyers.
But apparently some of them have already had their houses there for years. What are you going to do about that, sir?
Well, I would suggest to them, from the way they have stated the facts to us and the way we learn it, it was Moonwalk who sold it to them. And apparently, it was Moonwalk who committed the mistake by selling first to them and then selling it to the GSIS. I would suggest that they should seek redress from the right parties, not the GSIS, of course.
Kung hindi sa GSIS, saan sila dapat magharap ng hinaing?
Well, I could advise the homeowners of the Moonwalk subdivision to file their complaint with the Human Settlements Regulatory Commission, and we will evaluate the issues that may be raised by the complainants. Then afterwards, if we feel that we find out that the complaints are really meritorious, then we will impose administrative sanctions against the developer. In that case, if the nature of the complaint is about double sales made by the developer, then we will determine whether there is bad faith on the part of the developer, because actually double sale constitutes estafa on the part of the developer. They are not allowed to sell one lot to two different parties at one time. They have first to cancel the sale made to one buyer, and afterwards, that is the only time that they can sell it to another party.
So if you find that they are guilty of estafa, what happens then?
We can recommend to the task force on subdivision in the Ministry of Justice for the filing of appropriate criminal case against the developer.
Kaya't kayong mga affected residents ng Moonwalk Subdivision, ang reklamo ninyo ay kailangang iharap sa Human Settlements Regulatory Commission. Sila ang may tungkuling mag-imbestiga sa mga problemang gaya ng hinaharap ninyo ngayon. Diana Legaspi, SOS.